to another video, and today we are going to continue the same lecture that we started before. So then tell different types of classes. Right now we have sentence. So let's see what basically a sentence is and how is it very important in the English language. Right. The first thing that should be kept in mind is that in a sentence we have certain basic things, and those are very important. Like the first one is subject, then the second one is object, and the third one is the second one is verb, and the third one is object. So this is the very basic structure of a sentence, right? So from here, for example, we have this example of this sentence: he is speaking English. So here if I can break down these things, we have he, and this is which is pronoun and used instead of a subject, right? So this he is subject. We have is, which is verb. Then we have speaking again, which is ing form and again continuous form of a verb. Then we have e, which is also a noun, but here it is used instead of an object, right? Then we have this one, she, which is also a pronoun and used instead of a subject. This is a verb, and then this as a whole is object. So this is how basically in English language sentences are made with the help of these three important units: this one, and object, right? Moving forward, this is another example of they attend the party. So it's a present independent tense, and we have they, which is placed on the position of a subject, and then we have verb, and then this word, the party, which is used in the place of an object, right? So as we have seen that we have these different important units here: subject, verb, and object. From here we have this idea that sentence is basically a group of words, right? A group of words, but it has very clear meaning. The meaning is quite clear, and it also has subject, verb, and object. Since we have seen all these things, that a sentence is basically something which is like a group of words, and it has clear meaning, and it must have subject, verb, and object. In the first place, which is here, and here, the first place it must be occupied by a subject. Then the second place it must be occupied by a verb, and then the third place, which is the last one, it must be occupied by an object, right? So then we have like subject, verb, and object, what basically these things are and how these things are important in order to write a complete and correct sentence. So let's see this, how these things are important. Subject is something like that. It's a doer of an action. It does an action in a sentence, right? Doer or of an action. It can be a noun, like it can be singular or plural, any, and also it can be a pronoun which is used instead of a noun, right? Then the second thing that we have is verb. So verb is basically a word which shows an action, right? Action, it may also show a condition, function, or progress. It can show any of the following things, right? So a verb in a sentence is a very basic thing which shows an action, and without a verb a sentence cannot be complete, and it won't give you a proper meaning. These are some example of verbs. For example, here we have write, speak, eat, walk, have, has, and so on. We have these even helping verbs and main verbs. So all these are used in a sentence in order to write a correct form of a sentence, right? Here we have a sentence. He writes a letter. Writes here is the main verb. Then we have she watches TV. So here we have verb, and because of he, right? Because of he, she, or it, we generally use s or es with the verb, right? Then the last thing that we have is object. So let's see that what actually an object is. So object is basically a receiver of an action, the one who receives an action, right? And it can also be a noun, which is, it can be anything, a name of a person, place, or anything, right? Singular or plural. And it can also be a pronoun, he, she, it. So the object in a sentence basically receives an action.